On Saturday, December 23rd, we'll see the return to the ring of WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol as he takes on Lyndon Arthur. It'll be a day of reckoning promotion. Let's talk about this light heavyweight matchup coming up. WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol returns to the ring on a stacked card that's being billed as the Day of Reckoning, a throwback card, something reminiscent of what Don King used to put on in the mid to late 90s. We are going to see an assortment of fighters, primarily heavyweights, go at it. But this light heavyweight fight is going to be an enlightening battle between champion Dimitri Bivol and challenger Lyndon Arthur. I'm looking at this as a very competitive fight for Bivol, who in his last match took on Gilberto Ramirez, and that was in November of 2022. So, for him to have waited a year to get back in the ring after trying to wait to see what Canelo Alvarez may do, he's bringing his record now of 21-0 with 11 KOs in against Arthur, and is looking to defend his title successfully. But this is going to be a high stakes chance that Bivol's taking against Arthur. First of all, Lyndon Arthur has played spoiler before in the light heavyweight division when he upset Anthony Yarde. Many people did not see that coming, but Arthur, who took on Yarde after Yarde had faced Sergey Kovalev, and in a comeback bout, he lost a split decision to Lyndon Arthur, and that was in December of 2020. And when we looked at Lyndon's performance, his record now stands at 23-1 with 16 KOs. However, he faced Yarde in a rematch that saw him drop his single and only loss to Yarde with a fourth round KO. That was in December of 2021. thing about it is Anthony Yarde is a big-time puncher, even more so than Lyndon Arthur. Well, Arthur, I have observed his fights. He's a veteran fighter at the age of 32, and he comes in the ring. He's like 6'2", and he has a gangly reach. Bivol, who happens to be 6'1" and a 72-inch reach, is 33 years of age, and he does control distance very well when he boxes. He's an in and out fighter. He's always on his toes. He's moving around side to side, in and out, forward and back. He doesn't wait for the receipts, but he looks to get his shots off, and he looks to punch in combinations, but he's not looking to catch the receipts. However, this fight with Lyndon Arthur is going to prove a tougher task than Gilberto Ramirez put up, as well as Canelo Alvarez. Arthur gives me cool Vince Phillips vibes at light heavyweight. He has a heck of a right hand. He boxes. He keeps his hands a little low for my taste, but he's comfortable in that position. He jabs and he follows his shots up with firm and stiff power behind him. He's a rugged and steeled tough fighter. He does have a good chin, even though he was stopped by Yarde. Yarde is an exceptional puncher at the weight. However, Lyndon has gotten his share of guys out of there as well. Looking ahead at this battle, it's going to be interesting because Dimitri Bivol fights from range to mid-range. Arthur, who fights from mid-range to close in at times, but he's best at distance. When he throws his shots and get his extension on his shots, he really causes damage to his opponents. He seeks to bomb from the outside. The only thing is, when he fights that way, carrying his hands low from time to time, he has defensive lapses with that low guard. And that's where Bivol can take advantage. Now, Bivol will work on throwing straight shots right up the middle, but timing can beat speed. And Arthur is the type of boxer who utilizes timing very well. I've watched a number of his fights, and I've seen how he's broken his opponents down. It's going to be an interesting matchup here where these two men may bring out the best of one another. I saw Bivol had trouble in a past fight where he was in there against Craig Richards, who's an exceptional boxer but doesn't have a lot of punching power. Well, Lyndon Arthur is a better puncher than Craig Richards, and the mistakes and missteps will be the difference in this fight from either side, either fighter, because Bivol can be hit as well. Canelo was able to hurt him with punches to the arms and everything, and Canelo was moving up from 168 pounds. Arthur, who catches fighters from the outside, and like I said, when he gets full extension on shots, if he could time Dimitri Bivol coming in, Bivol, who has been on the canvas before, could find himself in that position once again. I really like this matchup. It's a high quality matchup for the light heavyweight division at this present time. And it's going to be featured on a card full of heavyweights. And you can expect the bodies to hit the floor on December 23rd. And in this fight, you may see the same. But I love the fact that Lyndon Arthur is getting this opportunity against Dimitri Bivol. I love the fact that Dimitri Bivol is willing to fight a contender like Lyndon Arthur, because He's the kind of fighter that some fighters will avoid. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about Bivol versus Arthur. I think Arthur could be in a position of a spoiler on this night. Leave comments and let's discuss. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.